Igen. Ja, még vidéken. Akkor várok, már még nem vagy itt.
Meg kell engedned.
Látom, majd itt vagy. Adtam egy nézőt. Sokan vannak itt a megbeszélésen. Wonder Bears. Nagy terüket már ez. Promotion in the city is starting to calm down to a degree. Darcy also helped us recover all of the remaining Zauber soldiers and transport them into the geofront. Remaining members of the Ebon Defense Force all willingly surrendered themselves too. As for Ilya Platier, she's been taken to the hospital. She is exhausted but in no danger. Thank you, Dios, for that. She's in good hands with Dr. Ceylan. Speaking of the doctor, sounds like Mirael's surgery was a success. It's a shame I can't see her yet, but at least I know she's alright. You will soon. For now, we need to decide on our next move. Who knew something like that would show up on Lake Elm? The Retributive Tower. We've already seen it's capable enough to annihilate something the size of Juno Naval Fortress in an instant. From what I can see, it powers itself through the spirit veins. This energy is amplified and reflected by combat shell satellites in the sky, which then direct them toward the desired target. The technology to fire a beam of its strength with such precise accuracy just doesn't exist in the Empire. But Elysium can realize it. I thought so. The fortress's troops were stationed elsewhere at the time of the attack, so by the grace of the goddess, no lives were lost. I'm more ashamed that my old castle could fall so easily. I don't think any fortress could have withstood a blast like that. The aim was to show its monster's capabilities and serve this purpose well. We need only to look at our neighbors' reactions to see that particularly called ones. Indeed. You talked to their new president just earlier, didn't you, sir? I did, yes.
It feels like just yesterday that we were gathered to affirm Crossbell's independence. The speed with which you liberated your city was nothing short of astonishing. The many hardships that Crossbellans have endured have molded them into a most hardy people indeed.
We are hardly worthy of such praise. I truly regret that we've been unable to bring this crisis to a conclusion faster. Mr. President.
President Roy Gramhart.
But it is good to have this line of communication open to us again. Now, I believe it would be wise to discuss how to address that new weapon of mass destruction that...
As it happens, we have already begun preparing our response. We have readied enough troops to dwarf even our great numbers from the war.
I see.
Surely you are aware of the extremely delicate position Crossbell finds itself in at present. If Erebonia, or even Calvert, were to try and intervene with force, well...
I am indeed aware. But how else is a head of state to respond when his territory is threatened?
The tower shall next rain judgment on the Calvert Republic's Baratier airbase. Its divine lightning will spare not one thing as it turns its frame to dust. You have until 5 o'clock this evening to reconsider your stance. I do hope you make the right decision.
Our military's general headquarters will be the next target if we do not act. We have no choice. I'm quite surprised as how much Erebonia is dragging its heels, in light of the losses it has recently suffered.
I deeply regret the position your country has been placed in after a problem that erupted within our borders. But could you not give us a little more time to resolve this on our own? I assure you that we are not sitting idly by while your nation is threatened.
And I believe you. I have it on good authority that many capable hands have gathered in Crossbell. But I would like to make our stance crystal clear. Refusing our gracious offer of support means you have also forfeited support from the Imperial Army. And given what is at stake, the deadline draws dangerously close, we will take action as we see fit.
President Gramhart, sir.
Yes, I fully understand that.
Then all is well. The Republican Army stands ready to aid you, should you require it. I hope you will make the correct choice, and sooner rather than later, Mr. Speaker.
The rumors about him weren't an exaggeration in the least. If anything, they didn't exaggerate enough. I've heard his actions since the war have made him very popular in the Republic. Until now, we feared that Calvert would use the Supreme Leader as an excuse to invade, but the tower changed everything. They knew as little about it as we do, so of course they would be hesitant about approaching it. Well, it's the right move. Playing this card has no downsides for them. Not now that as soon as they have a grasp of the situation, they'll use it as an excuse to intervene and claim Crossbell as their own. I fear my only option may be to request both the Republic and the Empire's aid after all. No! Oh, grandfather. The lives of the entire continent are on the line. We don't have much choice. But doing so would cement Crossbell's status as a country unable to handle crisis within its own borders. It would kill its chance of re-independence for good. It's almost an impossible choice to make. Knowing where the next target will be works to the Republic's advantage as well. It's thus knowing that that while it is an important military base, it can be rebuilt with ease, unlike Juno. The deadline is also generous enough to give time to evacuate civilians in the vicinity of the blast. I'm sure preparations are already underway. All that to say that even if the worst should happen, Valvard will walk away with minimal damage at most. Lucky sons of bitches. And here we were thinking things would get easier after the sly old fox they had before 23 was out of the picture. The delay could still work in our favor. It might mean we've bought enough time to take care of the tower ourselves. I'll take half a day, moreover nothing at all. Don't take. I wouldn't bust out the champagne over that just yet. Agreed. There are reports that there are far fewer Zaubersolar stations in the city now compared to when it was first occupied. There's only one other place they'd be. So the bulk of them are defending the tower then. Maybe they figured the city would be liberated again from the start. Surely not. Actually, after all that's happened so far, anything is possible. I'd lean toward it personally. Our foe's real goal was unveiling this giant weapon all along. But at this point, just who is our foe? It doesn't sound as though Elysium itself has a will of its own. That's right, it needs an administrator. The answer is whoever ousted me from that position and took it for themselves. That all this has continued unabated even after the Supreme Leader's demise suggests it wasn't him. He would have been the most obvious answer. Our options otherwise are very few. I'll be honest, I'm not sure this is something Calvard and Erebonia's armies can solve. I don't think so either. The tower is capable of more destruction than even the past war left unchecked.
I won't let that happen. Maybe whoever this is really thinks they're on some noble pursuit to bring eternal peace. But if you have to hold the entire continent hostage to maintain it, then how the hell is that true peace? How is that going to unite us? It's not going to unite anyone. We've worked too hard for this. I won't let this vice grip they think they have stop us from crossing the finish line.
Well said.
That's our Yuna.
You took the words right out of my mouth. We stood up when knocked down 100 times. This is just 101. Because no matter how high the barrier, it'll never be enough to stop us.
Right. And all of us from Thor's will be right there to help you get over it. No, it's not just for you. I want things to go back to normal for myself just as much. I want to see a brighter tomorrow. And I want to see it together with the people I care about.
Green.
Yeah, we're right there with you.
Liberal's here to support you all we can too.
Crossbell and Erebonia are neighbors, yes. But it's more that we've overcome enough as a team that we would never back out now.
Yeah, teamwork's made the dream work enough times before. So why wouldn't we help?
We, of course, are also here for you.
Damn, do you guys love these cute speeches. I'd bust one out too if I had one to give.
Yet for all we have on our side, there are still limits to what we can do. The real key to our success is her.
True. As long as Elysium plays such a large role, its former administrator is going to make or break this.
She's the best, perhaps the only hope we have of seeing tomorrow.
Your name is Lapis, right? I hate to put this kind of pressure on you, but we're absolutely going to need you in this upcoming operation. Will you help us?
No.
What?
I said I'm not helping you.
You did not just say no.
Read the room, Lapis.
That's how our girl is. She doesn't let anyone push her into doing what she doesn't want to.
It's not like we're bossing her around over something trivial.
She can't go, screw you guys, I'm out of here when the stakes are this damn high!
Are you saying no because you only want to help your friends?
No. I'd say the same thing to them. I'm not helping anyone. Because I'm the one who needs help. Elysium is at the center of everything that's plaguing the continent. That means, as its former administrator, I have a duty to set things right. I wish to make this very clear. This isn't your problem that I'm saving. This is my problem that you're saving. So please, I need you to help me. Way to turn it around, LP.
She is technically correct.
Does that technically matter?
Yes, it's a very important distinction.
It's more of a character than you led me to believe, Ian. Believe me, I'm just as surprised at how much she's grown. Her friends have no doubt played a vital part in that. Can't argue with that logic. Distinction works in our favor too. We're here as friends, but as Erebonians we can't officially interfere in Crossbell's affairs at the moment. Sure, that was at the back of some of our minds when we agreed to step in. It was, but we're past the point where we can claim this only involves Crossbell. All of our lives are at risk here. We want to help, but even if we didn't want to, this affects us as much as it does Crossbell. Crossbell, Erebonia, Libel. It's everyone's problem all across the map. It's a lot of people when you think about it. Yeah, but all across the map's right. And we'll need everyone we can get to help Lapis and overcome this. Estelle and Joshua never turned away a helping hand when they needed it. Thors never turned them away either. No one did the SSS. And we won't turn them away now. Exactly. What just happened? Are you ignoring me? Nope, you helped everyone feel like a team, that's all. Good girl, I'm so proud of you. I don't get why. I'd like to turn our discussion to what our present objectives should be. Lapis, how exactly should we go about stopping the tower? Well, Elysium came to be through the Orbal network and spirit veins. It existed in an entirely intangible state, so retaking control over it would normally be impossible. Right now though, it exists in physical form through the tower's central terminal. That much is very, very clear to me now that the signal jamming is gone. In other words, right now we have a chance. Does this form make it possible for you to reinstate yourself as administrator? As long as we can reach the tower center and I can wire myself directly to it, yes. Ez elég sok feltétel még. If we do that, move the tower and the divine lightning should cease to function. Then we have our mission. One, that's a lot easier said than done. The Zauber Solas are going to be difficult enough to pass, and then the tower itself is built like a fortress. It's also worth noting that it's being protected by some sort of barrier while it draws in new energy. The barrier's mana is so dense that I doubt even railway guns could break it. Is that durable? I feared it would be something like that. Before we can even think of teleporting inside, we need to take care of that barrier. But we don't have anything stronger than the railway guns in crossbow. So even they aren't up to the task, let's not forget that the tower sits over a lake. We have one Merkaba hidden and ready for use, but this isn't going to be as easy to get to as the Azure Tree was. Not with our enemy being armed to the teeth. My Merkaba is undergoing repairs in Erabonia with the Courageous too, so that one's out. We could have taken care of it if we had our Divine Knights. But unfortunately, we're gonna be facing one instead, on top of everything else. Yeah, there's got to be something we can do though.
And that something lies with me.
Olivier! Angie, George! Wait. Rita? Good to see you as always, Emma. Suppose she decides to swoop in right as you're discussing how to overcome a new overpowering weapon. You don't always have to make a show of coming in to save the day, Vita. All because you've never done it 1,000 times yourself, grandmother. You just couldn't afford to stay away knowing the society the professor mainly is involved. If the rest of Thors is getting in on protecting the beautiful ladies of Zamoria from this new threat, how could I skip out? If I get in on this action, I might get in on that action. Know what I mean? If only we didn't. You look velcro. Same to you guys. Thought you were still in Arteria, Father Thomas. Must mean our ever-reluctant superiors realize they can't leave this to chance. You would be correct. Even they can't ignore a broadcast so damning. See, the SSS has been very busy. Hopefully I can give congrats once I'm back in Crossbell. Hold on to that congrats, our work's not done yet. You've been conducting an independent investigation in the Empire from what I've heard. At the request of none other than the Prince himself here. We may be unable to mobilize the Imperial army, but there is a way to catch the enemy unawares, even if it involves an element of luck. If it works, however, you will be able to get inside the tower. Really? What's the way then? Please, my dear, and spoil the surprise. That, and I rather don't think we can afford to be too cautious with Elysium. That's smart of you. We can't rule out them being able to listen in us somehow. A horrific possibility. Well, shall we get to work on our operation? If you're willing to support me in that endeavor, of course, Commander Bills and Toa. I never turned that down. We have until it hits 1700 hours to pull this off, so time is of the essence. Let's begin at once. Prince Olivier, Commander Bills and Toa began ironing out the details on how to enter the tower. Prince Olivier. There's also a team comprised of the SSS Class 7 and Rufus's party led them to prepare for this grand battle. They agreed that the best use of their time would be to rest and recharge while touring the newly liberated Crossbell. This is going to be our last chance to prepare, but we've got less than half a day left. So there's only going to be so much that we can do. The bulk of the responsibility right now is with the commander and the others who are formulating a plan either way. Yeah, but we're still responsible for preparing for the fighting we're gonna be doing once we're in the tower. Indeed, I would like to tour the region and see how everyone is doing while we can too. The bikes that Alyssa got her hands on from the Rainford company should help us there. I'll explain the basics of riding them later on. Thanks. How long you've been carrying those glasses around, by the way? I thought my mask would draw too much attention when walking around the city. This guy plans for everything. Amúgy igen. Mikor gondolta ki, hogy egy napszemüveg is jól jöhet? Shall we meet again here just before the operation is scheduled to begin then? Do all that you want to now, so that you may face what comes next without regrets. Huh? Makes sense, I guess. We shouldn't be getting too friendly with them. Wait, Lord Rufus. Can I help you, detective? You certainly look like you have something to say. Oh, I do. Thinking about it, this is our first time speaking since the Pantagruel before the war. Now that you mention it...
Think of it as my personal apology to you for Operation Birdcage. We will be recalling our troops from Michelin as well. Why don't you enjoy yourselves there one last time?
I'd like to thank you for the consideration. Though not half as much as I'd like to deck you in the face.
If you are hoping to try and make good on what you said then, I would not be opposed to humoring you. But I would have thought there were better ways to use what precious little time we have left to us. I happen to agree. That's why I think it would be fruitful for you to travel around Crossbell with us. It's not possible to change the past, but during the upcoming operation, we will be fighting on the same team. The more time we spend preparing together, the easier I think we'll find it to back one another up if things get dicey. What do you say? Lloyd. Ez a szinkronbólintás, lemaradtál. We share Lloyd's view on the matter. Akkor jó van. Ez a szinkron szemcsukós bólintás.
Nagy bólintás, ezért a nagy események előtt. Komoly dolog tud történni.
I can't deny there's bad blood between us, but the stakes are too damn high here to be petty. Far from me to second guess our leader. That's Lois for you, always looking at the big picture. You gotta hand it to the guy. We like to come along too. The rest of my classmates have their own preparations to make, so they won't be joining us, but we'll have to learn as much as we can in their place. We've been going around separately until now, so we all need to see how everyone else fights. But even putting all of that aside, there's something I want you to see. I want you to see the strengths of Crossbell's people. I want you to witness how even in times as hopeless as these, we never give up. Yeah. Give some. Ezt hogy kell kimondani? Chutzpah! Ez létező szó?
Mi van? Nem olyan lényeges azért, hogy emiatt megállítsd a gémjedet.
És az, hogy azt tudom, hogyan kell kimondani ezt a szót, ezt pontosan tituláltam. És ennyi.
Akartad csinálni. Hogy jövök én ahhoz.
Self-confidence from the city. Very well, I see no reason to refuse. Yee, we get to hang out with Rex again. Who's Rex? Isha, maybe? Didn't know you knew them. Ah, it's a funny story. We met not that long ago. We're part of a secret assassin's club. What? Like we needed any more crazy kids.
Yes? I'm all ears if there's something you want to say.
Your name is Lloyd Bannings, right? I think it was you after all. Who was what?
Did he do something?
I performed one last prediction of the future, just before control of Elysium was stolen from me. And that briefly showed me someone who I think was you.
Wait.
Is something going to happen to him? Please, don't worry. I didn't see a vision of him dying or anything. What I saw was very fragmented, so I can't be sure exactly what it meant. But I feel as though it was telling me that you are the only one capable of unraveling the truth behind all of this.
Me?
Yes. You are the only one who fulfills all of the conditions. But all I saw was this possible future's conclusion. I didn't see what steps would lead up to making it happen.
Sure wish we had a few more details to go on.
But that's a hard story to ignore, given Elysium's ability to predict the future.
Okay. I'll keep what you said in mind. Thanks for telling me, Lapis. I'm sure we'll need all the help you can give once this whole thing kicks off, too.
I thought I told you that this is my problem that you're saving? You're helping me.
So you did.
Shall we set off then? Once our preparations are complete, we need to assemble on the tower's rooftop. Yeah, so let's make sure that when we do, we're heading out with no regrets. Right. Oh! Végre mehetek tovább. Ez hosszú dolog lesz akkor. I think something must have happened. Maybe we should go and look when we get the chance. About the final preparation period. At this time you can explore the entirety of Crossbell with certain party members. Those not in your party will remain in town, so you're welcome to seek them out for a chat. Unlike when traveling in town with a limited party, all party members can be used when on highways or in dungeons. Open the party menu upon venturing onto a highway or entering a dungeon and choose your active party members. Rufus discovered shades. Somehow the air feels so much fresher without those damn EDF goons polluting it. But while we might have managed to get the city back, we are not out of the woods yet. Either way, this is the decisive moment. I can go and fight on the front lines with you guys, but I'll give my job my all. Let me begin by saying that I commend each of you for a job well done in freeing the city. Civilian casualties and property damage are both lower than expected. We couldn't ask for a better result. However, we now find ourselves faced with an even greater task. The Retributive Tower must not be allowed to fire again, or else all of Zamoria will be plunged straight into chaos. I realize facing another crisis so soon with little room to breathe may be demoralizing. Nevertheless, times like these are when we must show the world just how strong Crossbell and resilience is. Our pride is just as firm as any great nation, even when we don't have a state to call our own. Isn't that right? Would you look at that? Old Pierre's got some spine in him after all. I say, it's hard to deny it at this point. Did you tell him I'm a busy man? I'm trying to give a pep talk over here. Now stay out of my way. Anything I say can impact the morale of our rank and file. That's the responsibility I carry as Vice Commissioner. Truthfully, I'm terrified deep down and want nothing more than to run away. But I can't afford to show even a curium of weakness. Right, we understand. Hang in there, sir. I didn't realize how much it was affecting him. He's doing an honorable job, all things considered. His spotted track record in particular. So you should be doing this, such as, oh, I don't know, preparing for an imminent operation. Better not screw this one up. Understood? I'm expecting results, so don't let me down. He's right, we have to give this everything we've got. Liberating the city was exhausting, but I've had plenty of rest since, so I'm ready to get back to work. It's far too early to be relaxing. I can't say I'm not nervous, but we can't afford to twiddle our thumbs given the stakes. I'll do whatever needs to be done in order to keep Crossbell safe. Can't let that thing fire again. Crossbell's future depends on it. Hello everyone. There's an emergency meeting going on at the moment in the police station. We'll play our part as best we can. Good luck out there. Thank you. A karakter update-eket is. Clotilde of the Abyss, Itakotiad, Ouroboros Hexen clan, child of the Hexen clan and something of an older sister figure to Emma. She also holds the position of Ouroboros' second anguish, the Azure Abyss. Father Thomas, Second Dominion, as well as its leader's second in command, known as the Partitioner. Before revealing this, he served as one of those instructors on a mission. Thomas was quick to arrive in Crossbell from Arteria after the sudden Retributive Tower's appearance put the continent in danger. Ilya. Broken mask. Ilya's mask breaks and falls off at the end of her duel against Risha. This not only dispels the dance's effects but also brings Ilya back to her senses. Perfect replica. Rufus meets his perfect replica, and upon defeating it, declares that its quest for singular perfection was what ultimately made it brittle and weak. Lord, the truth. I feel as though it was telling me that you are the only one capable of unraveling the truth behind all of this. Lapis tells Lloyd that the tower appears. So? Dancing Avengers. Risha confronts Ilya in Crossbell and through dance and battle emerges victorious, restoring Ilya's self when breaking her mask. Jöttem majd ide be. Megyek a Reverie koridorba és bejárhatom egész Crossbelt. Valamilyen szinten ki is mehetek Crossbelbe, de azt még nem néztem meg, hogy pontosan mennyire. Gondolom átmehetek Michelamba is. Inspector Donovan, we confirm the Airborne Defense Forces removal and apprehension. The 2nd Division will now focus on providing support to the CGF as they begin their preparations. I'm leaving the finer details to the team leaders. Do what you gotta do to get the job done. Let's put an end to this and take back Rosbell. Yes, sir! Roger! As for you and me, Raymond, we've got a meeting with the 1st Division scheduled. Aye, Chief. 2nd Division has its hands full. Let's work just as hard as they are. We free the city and the crap hits the fan all over again. Gotta be kidding me. But you know what? We've been through hell and high water. So I'm not giving up just yet. Good to see you, SSS. We're up against some crazy ass tech. Who knows what might go down? We all gotta make sure we're equipped to deal with whatever's thrown at us. Most azért gondolok, hogy most így járkálljam körben mindet, és csak utána menjek vissza, vagy már menjek vissza inkább most, és akkor most fejlődgessek.
Nem csak körben, de akkor mész különböző dolgokat is csinálni. Akkor
nem tudom most, de akkor vagy előtte, vagy utána csinálgatom. Most még már elkezdtem meg, hogy még csak épp hogy kijöttem, akkor most bemehetek most a koridorba. De miért kijövök, még itt kint is van egy csomó minden. Mit tudom én, lehet. Nem biztos. Hát de akkor most itt kint is még egy több napig eljárkálgatok meg, mire elolvasgatom mindenkinek a beszélgetését. Mire itt végzek, hát ez sok idő, mire itt végigmegyek. Junior SS. What are you all up to, Emma? Is this related to that dance? It is. We were just investigating the effects of its curse-like power. Elliot and I bumped into them while patrolling around the city. I was also looking into how the citizens are faring as I was following the flow of the Septium beings. The brainwashing has mostly vanished now that the Supreme Leader has been removed and the mask has been destroyed. That's a relief to hear. I'm more worried about how you're doing. Has the assimilation phenomenon gotten any worse since the last time we spoke? No, it's not a problem for now at least. I can still control my power too. Is it all because you faced off with your doppelganger? Nothing like this happened to Rufus. That's what's got me so confused. Not only did that other Reen's appearance bug me, but there was something off about him. He was bizarrely lifelike. I can't shake the feeling that he wasn't just a copy. Why would Reen be a special case? There has to be something to it. I'd imagine it's because he has a key role when it comes to the tower, but I couldn't see anything beyond that. Regardless, I agree that there's something ominous at work that we're missing. Whoever this impostor is, we'll have to face him eventually if he's going to block our path. And when we do, we'll have to fight, not just to save him, but the entire world. Yeah, no pressure. Did manage to overcome even the Great Twilight. We can do this. If you feel like anything about your condition has changed, you had better tell us. Don't worry, I will. Thanks everyone. Listen to you all as saccharine as ever. Then again, here I am helping to save the world too. Life sure is strange. AC or Crow, I suppose. Neither of us can afford to die out here. Need to keep living for the sake of our lost comrades. There's still a lot of sin to atone for. You're preaching to the cure, sister. I already died once, so I know I'm not going to waste my second chance. Let's get this done and make our old friends proud. On patrol. While wandering around, Elliot expresses concern for Reen's well-being and his desire to overcome their current predicament as a team. Már kimaradt az első note. De hol vagy? Conditionos. Bukodjanak meg! Emma investigates the effects of Ilya's dance while also showing concern for Reen's well-being. She also resolves with caution to face the other Reen. Scarlet muses on how she is now helping to save the world, telling Crow as they speak of their fallen comrades. Neither of us can afford to die out here. Oh, hello everyone! Speaker McDowell is in the middle of a conference in the Civic Center. I can't help with that, of course, but I don't want to do something. But I did want to do something for him, so I came to buy an assorted tomato shake. That's really considerate of you. I'm sure he must give you and Helmer no end of grief, but I feel better knowing he has you in his corner. So please keep looking out for him. But of course, I'll be praying for your safety too. The situation in the city hasn't fully calmed down yet, so maybe I have to evacuate again. Standing around doing nothing was really starting to get me. So here I am doing business again. If I was to recommend one of our drinks over the others, it would definitely be the Acerbic tomato shake. One sip of this and you'll be ready to run a marathon. Are you sure this is rather a lot? Oh, absolutely. I know how hard you're all working for the good of Crossbell. Hopefully, the intense bitterness of these will bring you all together as one. Anyone who's never tried some is welcome to have a little taste too. Well, a little wouldn't hurt. Wow, it's bitter, but it's also delicious. You might wanna see a doctor about your taste buds, girl. I can't stomach another sip. Happy never ceases to amaze and disturb. You shouldn't admit that I sided with the Supreme Leader myself for a while. Crossbell is our city and it falls to its people to protect it. Hurrah for the police! Hurrah for the CGF! And hurrah for the SSS! We Crossbellans believe in you all! Please don't remind us about that. Honor is ours, Lady S. Oh, should I follow Nadia lead and give her a salute? See, you're just going to confuse her. The party never ends with you guys. But you know, I'm glad your time as C could help you out. So you say. Back to investigating the flow of the spirit veins for me. We need to hook up with Wald so we can get a few things moving. In short, don't worry about a thing here. I'll get it all under control. I might be a peon on the totem pole, but I'm still part of the grass litter. I'm happy to do what I can to help. Trust you do what you can on your end too, Father. Don't do anything that would embarrass me now, I would never. I want to look as cool as I can while defending my second home. It's starting to get real old. Like my life's purpose is to spend all my days worrying my head off about you. Guess it just comes with the job. Listen, if you sense any changes, anything at all, you tell me, capiche? Least you can do for all you've put me through. Rita and grandmother look like they're up to something, but they refuse to tell me what. All they told me was to be prepared for anything. I wish they'd fill me in, but I'll face whatever comes with everything I've got. Not just as a witch, but a member of Class 7. As long as we combine forces, I'm sure we can put a stop to this. Just like we always do. I managed to get in touch with Dad a little while ago, General Craig I mean. He said the armored divisions are in fate of High Alert. They're prepared to do everything in their power to help, even if they can't stop the tower with military force. Every little bit helps. Still, that's all the more reason for us to succeed with this operation so that it doesn't come to that. I couldn't agree more, but promise to not push yourselves too hard, Rin. We're all here with you. You can lean on us. It's nerve-wracking to think the futures of multiple countries hang in the balance with this mission. If anyone can pull this off, it's us. We have to believe in ourselves and do what we can, just like we always have.
Eljátszal a karaktereket rendesen. Egy női meg férfi hangú is volt. És egy kisgyerek meg persze.
Na hogy? Direkt várom, hogy jöjjön. Service. It was so good to find out that Grace has been safe this entire time. But to go from all of that to immediately writing some of the articles for the special edition, wow. I don't know where she finds the energy. The journalistic spirit never fails to humble me. You did what? I must be hearing things because it sounded like you just said you went to North to follow up on a lead about the missing prince. That's why you skipped the signing ceremony? You're out of your mind. I'm sorry, the info was sensitive so I couldn't risk telling anyone. My bad. I didn't mean to worry you so much. But thanks to that, I got tons of leads on the EDF's movements in Rabonia and up-close coverage of Prince Oliver. Scoops galore! I will be able to publish much of it. I was going to cut my losses. I know better than to try to rein you in. Oh, come to think of it. I read everything that you published in the special issue. Talk about articles with impact. Hey, I've got pride as a journalist too, you know. I just did what I could. I had to write for the special issue, help with the liberation operation and do a lot of location coverage. I'm completely beat. Come on, where the crossbow times fire in your belly. You guys are killing it. Keep up this roll and the next special issue should be a real jump. Just see, next special issue. And just so happens Prince Oliver has a few tricks up his sleeve, so we're going to have more work to do. Up and at 'em, Reigns. We've got to scope out the perfect spot to take photos and footage from. I mean, I did hear from one of my contacts that he was up to something, but I didn't think that would lead me to doing coverage. Wait, we're going now? And this is like a whirlwind when she gets like this. Still, I'm glad to see she's alright. I think she'll be back to her usual self in no time. The SSS is giving it their all, so we should all be pitching in our best efforts. Well, looky what we have here. If it isn't the SSS on Class 7. I just got back from Arabonia, but I've heard all about your operation to liberate the city. Good stuff. I'll be covering the rest of your brave exploits from here on out, so look forward to that. Young people these days have so much energy and they know how to get things done to boot. Take that, Rex from the Imperial Chronicle. He got us some great photos for the special edition, and that's only the tip of the iceberg. Then there's that Vivi woman. I've met her a handful of times and she's impressively unflappable. The printers really came through for us again this time. Despite all the hassle, I like to think the articles we compiled will light a fire in our readers' hearts. There may be no rest for the Reverie right now, but it's time like this that I really want to get our paper in front of people. A bunch of people started shipping letters out to let people know they were okay as soon as the city was liberated. It's a reminder that I have a job work to do, not to worry all those letters will make it to their destination, safe and sound. Hey everyone, I take it the strategy meeting wrapped up. Yeah, so you're going to be patrolling the city, Kate? I am, but I wouldn't exactly call it a regular old patrol given the situation. I'm spending most of my time explaining what's happening to the citizens to quell panic and relieve their anxiety. I hope it helps bring everyone together besides just putting their minds at ease. Me too, after everything they've been through with the EDF, I'm sure they could use a friendly face from the CPD right now. That's the hope anyway, fingers crossed. Oh, and if you're looking for Franz, he was assigned to escort some of the 1st Division detectives to the prison. And the 2nd Division's Top Guns are helping with the prep for the big operation. It's good the city is free again, but we don't exactly have time to take a breather. Ready to go all out and show what a little Crossbell pride looks like. That's the spirit. We're right there with you, Kate. We're gonna stop the tower from firing again. Come Gehenna or high water. Let's give it with. Guess I'm really fired up too. I like it. This moment is going to test us even more than the liberation mission did. So let's give it everything we've got and show what it means to be true proud plus balance. Bunch of people started shipping letters out. So Bishop, to Meritas. Van ez a futárgyerek, aki itt ezen a térképrészen rohangál, de most itt van az, hogy és rohangálna. Az egyik irányba el tud futni, de aztán ezek szerint most elakad a másik irányba, mert itt van egy autó, és azt nem írták bele az útvonalba, és
látom.
És itt áll szegény.
Ezt úgy csinálták meg a kódot, mert mindezt kérem, hogy kikerülje, vagy Ilyenkor szoktak írni rá egy hogy toporzék volna ott, vagy valami baja van.
De nem, ezt így elfelejtették. Nézem, hogy ez ki? Hát ez a futár gyerek, aki... Igen, most amikor itt futott el, itt elkaptam és beszéltem, csak itt vártam az előbb, hogy miért nem jön újra. Hát azért, mert itt van mert szegény elakadt az autóba. Okay, I just got off of work when will the next batch be ready? Wait a little bit longer, the mouthfeel is completely different if you don't manage to the boiled water just right. Listen to you, I can tell you've learned a lot since you started working here. You really know your stuff. Oh, it isn't Vezi and the SSS. You guys here for lunch too? Let's just say the aroma beckoned us to see what smelled so good. Now that's what I like to hear. Here, just finish the fresh batch, have some. Hard genkotsu ramen. Wow, this soup looks so tasty that it's practically shimmering. That's my original recipe. I came up with it when I was still just a beginner. Let me know if you want seconds, I'd be happy to make more. We've had our hands full serving up noodles for the CGF and police to cheer them on. You guys are preparing for a big operation, aren't you? Sure, whatever's going down will be bigger than we've ever seen before. But I know you guys will come through. Thanks, Azel. We will. Going to work my way up to becoming an intermediate rank practitioner of the Ozel School of Noodles. I'll put my soul into each bowl I serve so that I can earn my very own branch card. Please have some, you won't regret it. You try the house specialty. Memorize the recipe for hard genkotsu ramen.
Let's get cooking. Here you go.
I'd love to cook for you. Hope this was worth the wait.
Let's do this. This is,
Let's give this a try.
I eat way too much. The food here is better than ever, and the fact I get stuff with extra toppings means I can't resist even if I try. Now that my stomach's full, I need to get back to work. Work has been piling up ever since the Ibon Defense Force took over the city. I see the SSS has brought a fair few unfamiliar faces with them today. Be that as it may, Master Shao and Master Shin have ordered me to allow you to pass. Proceed at your leisure. Well, it's good to see you all again. Welcome, members of the SSS. And to you especially, my dear Estelle. Shin, I heard you left Rosebell. Don't tell me you left Kalvar to come back now of all times. And? What's so odd about that? I have my reasons. That said, I'm disappointed to hear my very own Hayuel conspired with that villainous supreme leader to harm you, Ellie. I know it's far too late, but you have my sincerest of apologies. Come on, Shin, you don't have anything to apologize for. As for you, Shao, you're not the man I thought you were. Was your little scheme why you convinced grandfather to have me sent home? Come now, you're looking at me so disdainfully. I give you my word that I did it with your safety in mind. We did temporarily cooperate with the Supreme Leader, but it was simply so we could investigate his intentions. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, as it were. And your cooperation in liberating the city earlier proof of that. Stop playing coy with me. Regardless, let me say that the retributive tower far exceeds what we could have imagined. I don't particularly enjoy letting my enemies gain any advantage, but we simply have no answer for something like that. Now we have no choice but to lend our aid to your infiltration efforts, because it's in the best interest to protect Hayue, the continent, and Master Shin, of course. How very like you, Shao. Though I suppose that's why I trust you to cooperate. You'll work with anyone if it means protecting your interests. True enough, I'll give you credit for assisting with the liberation mission. Hopefully, your connections with the Republic will be useful. Ignoring Chao, I'm thinking of getting in touch with father, grandfather, and my sister to ask for their cooperation as well. It's my duty to take the initiative if I'm to be the next head of the house. I give my word I will do anything and everything to protect that beautiful smile of yours, Ellie. The guy is really shooting his shot. Thank you, Shin. I'll hold you to that. It's most unfortunate that we were unable to look into the tower beforehand, but I hesitate to say all hope is lost. There's still time to ride the ship, but it will take all of us doing our part. Good luck out there. Grandfather, father, and sister all have pulled with Calvar's movers and shakers. They should be able to lend their help. I only wish there was more I could do for my dearest Ellie. Though rest assured, I returned here for a reason and intend to make myself useful. Give me time and I'll produce results. Master Shin persuaded the elders to allow his return to Crossbell. I can hardly say I'm surprised. So long as he is here, we will risk our lives to keep the Master safe. Hey Laura, Fee. Didn't the two of you say you were going to patrol the city's outskirts? Yep, just got back actually. We bumped into a pretty big monster while patrolling. Lynn and her crew gave us a hand after they spotted us during their rounds too. It's unusual to see monsters that dangerous so close to the city limits. We can't afford to ignore the monsters given what happened before the signing ceremony. What's strange is it feels like they're popping up out of nowhere. Which is not unlike the Great Twilight. I would wager the tower's influence is what's causing it. One more reason to take care of that thing. We're going to keep patrolling and wiping out monsters until the operation begins. Thanks you two. That would be a huge help. That was only the first time we worked together, but you already lived up to your hype, Sylphid. And you are not too shabby either, Laura. It's a shame you're not part of the guild. Please, you flatter me. Our positions may be different, but the Arcade School has always held the guild in high regard. Both sides strive to protect people, after all. I, for one, welcome the opportunity to fight alongside you, and especially Fee. She's just the dose of cute, cuddly adorableness that I need injected straight into my veins. Did anyone else just hear the sound of red flags being raised? Oh, Leah, could you show a little restraint, please? Sorry about her, but don't worry, she's harmless. Say so. Looks like we can count on the two of you in a fight at the very least. I can vouch for that. We'll take care of any large monsters we see to help out too. Sorry for worrying you like that. I've got things covered from here. We're going to help with the operation too. We're going to do what we can until things get going. Try to use a licensed medic. That's one bracer combination you don't see every day. It's like they make a pretty good team though. I think they'll be a big help during the operation. If you're wondering where Scott is, he's on patrol over by Armorica. He promised that he'll get in touch if he finds any large monsters out that way, so we can rendezvous. You guys should take care of any you spot on your patrols too. Someone should get one for Fee and I to Hoon our team, but I say, bring on the monsters, let's have a time. Subjugation. Laura encounters a frenzied monster while on patrol, but it fails easily with the help of some bracers. She wonders if it's connected to the tower. Hope mode. Fee bumps into Lynn and Aurelia by chance. The three of them take down a giant frenzied monster, each of them impressed by the other's skills. Hey Irene, you guys keeping busy out there? What's up? Pretty wild ever since the Liberation mission ended. I know you were in town, Rex, but I had no idea you were coming too, Vivi. Did you rush here after the city was liberated? Bingo! Linda and I did a ride with Hugo and his crew. We expedited my travel papers as a special correspondent for the Imperial Chronicle. The plan is to cover the tower operation with Rex. Well, you really hit the ground running. Getting it isn't hard since everything happening in Crossbell is a direct effect of what happens in Erebonia. That gives me the chance to dust off my war photographer chops and take another future from cover shot. I'll be sure to capture the moment you guys save the day, so make it a real banger. We won't disappoint. I know that together with the SSS, we're all going to put an end to this once and for all. You had better, and when you get back, I call dibs on the first interview with your friend in sunglasses and his cute dolly. Ooh, someone's popular. I doubt anything I could tell you would be fit for publication. I'm not sure why you would interview me, but I don't think there's a future where I'm in an article either. Don't sweat the deeds. Nobody knows what the future will bring. Yeah, no need to rush a decision right now. Keep it in mind. We will talk it over after you all get back from being the heroes. Okay, I'm gonna scoop with the crossbar time. I'm gonna take an award-winning photo of the moment you take down that tower. So go wide and give me a winner. Well, we got a big headline for the next Crossbar 3 takes a brave new step. I'm so excited to talk with you, folks. Once this is all behind us, you better let me interview you, even if it's off the record. The people's voice. Vivi speaks to Imperials as the operation looms near, discovering that many of them wish to deepen the understanding of Crossbar's people and rich culture. Imperial reporter Rex speaks to Crossbar as the operation looms near, excited to relay the feelings of its citizens to Erebonians at home. Here are the ammunition. Most of our shipments have finished coming in. All that's left is to wait for the command to begin the operation. We just finished liberating Crossbar, but this next massive operation will involve the efforts of everyone here. There's no stepping down now. We have to go grab Crossbar's future for ourselves.
Bye. This'll be good. Oh well. Bye. This'll be good. Oh well. Bye. Oh, crap. Bye. This'll be good. It's a nice catch. Bye. Oh, crap. Bye. This'll be good. It's a nice catch. Bye. This'll be good. It's a nice catch.
Enforcement police will both be departing from the harbor district. Neither side has much experience fighting on the water. Now's the time to show them our crossbow spirit. We can do this. Looks like everyone's finished preparing. We'll also be done soon. It's about time to gather together and prepare to begin the operation.
Bye. This'll be good. Oh well. 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 Bye. This'll be good. It's a nice catch.
So that's the retributive tower. First those railway guys, and then the ions. There's no entering inventions made for war. I can't imagine Corvald is just going to sit back and keep quiet after seeing that. All we can do is sit back and pray that it doesn't activate. Nothing but playing a situation like this is so frustrating. I swear I'll protect our customers and the neighborhood if things take a turn for the worst. Előfordulhat. Just when I thought our troubles were behind us, something new crops up. There's no forgiving what the Supreme Leader and his EDF have done. As an Arabonian myself, I wish I do something to atone for what my people have done. Can the Divine Lightning really strike anywhere on the continent? Nothing can be so unlimited in its range, right? But we all saw Juno Fortress get wiped out. The railway guns were demonic enough. Something like this should not exist. This loss of life would be catastrophic if it fires down upon a heavily populated area. Hi there, guys. Looks like you're gearing up for the operation too. Yeah, we're just doing some rounds while we're at it. Are you making adjustments to the orbital gear? That's right. We even got some help from Alyssa's mom. Orbalgir is strong, sensible, and give it 82 points. Doesn't mean much if you don't tell us what it's based off of. So you're that autonomous Rosenberg doll I've heard about. What a fascinating existence you are. Oh, how I'd love to take you apart and examine you piece by piece. I'd appreciate it if you would refrain from frightening her. Yeah, I was just throwing it out there. I already have a bunch of automata for testing purposes, so we can always talk about her another day. Mindegyik teki choice-ja, amikor meglátja a naptiszt egyből, megjegyzi, hogy mennyire szicednének. Vagy megvizsgálják. De ez egészben kb. Halálra rémül. Oh boy, this lady doesn't quit. You told me she was stubborn, but wow. Come on, Mom. It's alright. The professor is aware of just how vital you are for this operation, so she won't do anything. Besides, we've got plenty of other things to worry about right now. Like the orbital gear, right? No, it's been tuned to perfection. It should be able to operate at about 120%. We even installed an escape system in the event of an emergency, upping pilot safety by 285 points. That goes in part with the updated monitoring system that now tracks the pilot's vital signs. So did you mean yes then? Don't really understand the finer details, but it sounds like you've gone above and beyond here. And in such a short amount of time to boot. Well done, Professor Russell. Tita should be good to go thanks to you. No, she's not. Tita, please think this over. I'm fine with you being a helping hand on the operation, but is it necessary for you to be on the team storming the tower? I know you've been to hell and back before, but you're still a normal girl. You're my girl! Professor. That's what she meant. Mom's not gonna agree to all this. You're wrong, Mom. Tita? You should see me for who I am better than anyone else. I'm a full-fledged engineer, one with the power to stand with my friends and fight. And what if the next target ends up being Liber? Don't you see, Mom? I have to go and do my part because I have the power to do my part. Tita, I know my choice is carrying you to death. During the 100 Days War 15 years ago, you saw how much Liberians suffered under imperial occupations. Awful as it was, it helped you realize the kind of engineer you wanted to be. You and Grandpa developed military airships to help Liber stand strong. Even after the war, you traveled the continent to help those in need. It meant you weren't home all the time, but you were doing what was right. Where did you hear all of this? Nowhere, I learned it all by watching you. And just like you, the world around me has helped me realize what kind of path I want to take. I need you to see me off though. See me off as I embark on the path I believe to be right. There's no changing your mind once you've made it up. It's cute, but it's a pain. Must have gotten it from your dad. You win, I see you off, but only if you listen to this one piece of advice. No matter what happens, don't give up until the very last moment. I know you can do this, you're my daughter and I love you with all my heart. Oh Mom, I love you too, thank you. Oh, and here's a prototype of a death beam gun. Take some stun grenades while you're at it. If things start to go south in the tower, take out Cherry Top and let his corpse pave the way to your survival. Mom, you're scaring me. Like clockwork. All's well that ends well, it seems. I'm happy Tita got her mom to recognize her skill and passion. It's a big relief, yes. So is she okay with her going or not? Yes. You're so cute, Elfie. They're amazing mother-daughter duo, aren't they? Yeah, but I think even the chairman made quite a pair too. She gave you full authority on this, right? It's not as grand as you're thinking. She just said it in her usual glib manner. Use whatever Rainford has that you want. But she said it, so I'm going to do it. I'll do whatever is in my power as a daughter of the Rainford family. You're amazing. We'll be counting on you then. CGF also thanks you for the weapons and orbital boats provided. I'm just happy to do what I can to help. Future belongs to all of us, so we need to work as a team to get it back. I couldn't agree more. Now let's continue our side of the preparations. As much as I don't like how the war had evolved Rainford's military tech, at times this turbulent, we can't leave anything off the table. You have the company's full support. We'll be as well equipped for the infiltration as we can possibly be. My mother granted me full authority over the company. Might as well make the most of it. It was a relief to finally tell my mom how I feel. I'm not sure if I would have had the courage under different circumstances. That's understandable. I am happy for you, Tita. And good news, repairs are all done on the orbital gear, so I can roll out whenever. Now I just want to see us get things going. If infiltration will be successful. I just know it. Little angels are grown up. I'm so proud, but I'd be lying if I said it didn't make me a teeny bit lonely too. Oh, Adius, now's not the time to gripe, is it? I know she's about as safe as she'll ever be, so I need to have faith and put my full focus on getting my end of the work done. The rest is up to you. Go out there and make us proud. We won't let you down, Professor. We'll see this through to the end with Tita. No matter how to it if I'm going to help up this operation's chances of success. Trusting you all to take good care of Tita. Go out there and make us proud. I thought the retributive tower was built from weapons scrapped by the Rainford Company and the Rabunia. Just how far in advance did the Supreme Leader have to plan for its construction? That goes beyond furor. I was shocked when I learned that our former president was working with the Supreme Leader. But from everything I've heard out of the police and CGF, he rose up again out of love for Crossbell. Knowing that, well, I'm relieved. I know what he did was wrong, but I still respect him as the IBC CEO. Knowing the Dieter Croix is out there doing what he can to better Crossbell inspires me to do what I can as well. Just about overwhelmed with how many inquiries we've been getting due to how curious things are across the continent. But I'll do what's in my power to give back Crossbell. Crossbell-related stocks have been selling like mad ever since the Supreme Leader's announcement. I do hope the servers here won't go down because of it. Well, I suppose there's nothing to be done but put my all into finishing this paperwork. Click, 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 click. Keyboard will go down before the servers do. Being held in the same room as the secretary from Palvard was an uncomfortable experience, let me tell you. I'm just glad the city was liberated a lot faster than I expected it to be. Sounds like we have the Action Chevalier and many of my other countrymen to thank for that. I hear Lecter, Arundel and the RMP are taking part in the operation to silence that tower as well. So as Secretary of the Empire, I can't afford to sit idly by. I need to do what I can to restore peace. I need to get my report back to the Imperial government. Might not be much compared to what everyone else is doing, but I need to do whatever I can for my country. I'm so glad the Airborne Defense Force's occupation of the region is finally at an end. Our problems aren't over yet, unfortunately, but right now, I need to focus on getting the Civic Center ready for visitors once more. Obsession. I honestly feared the worst when the city was occupied. I'm so glad Crossbell is free once more. I can't wait for this building to be full of energy and joy again. Over the years I was looking for ways to help out and ended up being roped into acting as minute taker for this meeting. I don't recognize everyone here, but this is a really important meeting for our relationship with the Empire, right? No, I can't be getting cold feet now, not with Wald in town. I need to show him just how much I've grown. Good feeling seeing little Waldino working here at the Civic Center. Not Wald. But I'm cheering you on all the same. Oh, thanks, Fuzzy. Once my work's done, I'm planning to go meet up with Luganov and the others. Might be able to use my position as an employee here to help out after all. But first, I need to get those minutes on the record. Here goes nothing. Oh, hey guys. Good to see you all. Same to you, sir. We're going around getting ready for the operation right now. Are you exchanging information with our fellows from the Empire? That's right, I wanted to learn more about the situation there directly. Happy you chose to speak with us too. To put it simply, the distraction of Juno has everyone in the Empire in a state of shock. That has issued a statement and is appealing for calm through radio broadcast, but it's a lot to ask in times like these. I can confirm that the 4 great houses have just had their own remote conference as well. They have all agreed to do what they can to keep the country calm, with Marquardt, Hyarms, Rogner and Ballard taking charge. But they will only be able to keep things in check for so long, especially when it comes to people's feelings. That's true. With the war so fresh in people's memories, it's hard to imagine everyone not feeling angry about what happened. Yeah, and that anger is going to be directed right at the United Nations, and by that I mean Crossbell. Right now, it sounds like people are more confused than mad, but that's likely going to change in time. I would certainly wager so. But if people start taking a hard stance in Crossbell, that's only going to play right into our enemies' hands. Humans are so foolish. Why point the finger at Crossbell for this when the United Nations is clearly to blame? Of course, the very idea of a United Nations is a clear symbol of humanity's foolishness in itself. I say that fully aware it is very much something that I would think of. We sure you wanna be the one to say that? You truly are unbelievable, Rufus. I don't know. I like seeing how he seems to finally have given the specter of his past the boot. I would not be so sure about that. Regardless, Mr. Speaker, while I admit this suggestion comes from a man as foolish as any other, if you truly love Crossbell, you must follow your heart and walk the road you believe in without ever hesitating. People harbor more than just foolishness inside, and there is a sort of trust that can come from using one another too. So I would suggest you use any means you can to make your hopes a reality, including using us for your own ends. Gosh. That's encouraging to hear from you. Honestly, one day you will learn to be straight with your feelings. He's right though. Feel free to involve us in achieving your goals however you wish. We will be happy to contribute. Perhaps you are alright. Then allow me to tell you exactly what shape my dream for the future takes. I wish for Crossbell to be a state that works for harmony hand in hand with its neighbors, not one that asserts itself over them. So many people from other countries cooperating with us now, it feels as though my dream has already been half granted. But our goal is yet to be fully achieved. So I hope I can continue to count on you to help bring about a future where we can stride ahead side by side. Of course, gladly, we do all we can, sure. Gives his cut. Rufus really has changed while hanging out with you kids, you know that? I was caught off guard when I had my Acus 2 stolen in the capital, but now I wish I could gotten to know you all better. Oh, I've got an idea. I know the tastiest crab shop ever. Let's go together when we get the chance. It goes without saying that we'll be dragging Ulysses and Rufus along. Their treat. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Delightful even. Sure is. We decided that. What was that I heard about our treat? Aren't you getting ahead of yourself? We still have a mission to complete first. Oh, come on. You know we're gonna find a way to pull through somehow. So be it. If you're that confident, then I would be glad to treat everyone. Rufus? Are you being serious? Yes, it would be good to catch up with my brother and see for myself how much he's grown. Quite frankly, I never had the chance to get to know White Rabbit. That said, verbal agreement hardly means anything while the tower remains standing. Here I thought you were going to be fruitful for once. Would it kill you to be more honest with your feelings? Look who's talking, you're no better than he is, you know. Don't lump me together with him. They sure know how to go at it, but doesn't it seem like they get along perfectly? Can't help but agree after seeing them like this. Then it's a promise. Once we stop the tower, we're going on a crab tour. We can even bring Claire and Lecter along with us across the whole empire. I heard the seasonal crabs in Ordis are delish too. It's gonna take a whole weekend to hit up every stop, so you better pack your bags. It's getting a little out of hand. How lovely. William és Lapis az evési szeretetükön keresztül kapcsolódnak. Rákódnak. Forget I said anything. Mutual cooperation will be essential to the coming operation. So I'll be counting on you, even if I do find your companions to be nosy and think those strong glasses look ridiculous on you. No they. I'll keep that in mind. And see I've earned the right to be curious after all we've been through. By the way, Ellie, I know the timing isn't very convenient, but I thought you should know that Diana called from Araboni earlier. Heard from Mother? Yes, she must have been quite worried with everything that's been happening. Your mother wants to help in any way she can. She's been gathering goods to have shipped over. That's just like her. Okay, we can let Mother's kindness be in vain. Agreed. And I've heard second hand that Ryan has been trying to quell public concerns in Calvard as well. We can't afford to rest on our laurels. Counting on you young people until the very end. We won't let you down. We'll finish what we started. If possible, I'd like a chance to discuss things a little more with Speaker McDowell before the operation begins. I believe my sources within the Imperial government and uses ties to the four great houses would prove valuable. That's excellent thinking, Matthias. I see what I can do. You two make for a productive team. I'll leave you both to it then. Yeah, leave it to us. But you would not happen to have seen pottery around, would you? I heard the general public is restricted from entering Roswell, but I heard she managed to sneak in. She was worried about her friends at the department store and claimed to be working under me at the inspectorate. What am I ever going to do with pottery? I doubt anyone can rein her in, but I'd at least like her to not get me fired. Biztos már nem közben van. Eleget olvastam. Megyek akkor.